we say so. They wanna know who got that NASA. From the
everybody, Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and welcome to the New York Arena in Midtown Manhattan for tonight's main event. 10 rounds of heavyweight action between these two great warriors. He's ring walk, something special in the air. You can just sense it out of him. Rose is approaching the ring now, and this ring walk can tell you so much. Look at the focus on his face.
Fighting out of the blue corner, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the natural. His adversary, fighting out of the right corner, Rose.
Okay, let's have a good clean fight. Touch him up.
Opening round scheduled for 10. Teddy, obviously we have a matchup that the fans love, power puncher versus power puncher, but if you're one of the two trainers, what are you thinking?
Well, I'm thinking about defense. If I could be a little bit better on defense, my power's not going away. I'm still going to be okay in that area.
One. Good work by Rhodes. That worked out really well, throwing off the right hand after getting tagged like that. Halfway through this round here. Back and forth exchange. He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by Rhodes. The trigger right away with the left hand after getting tagged himself. Blocks that punch. Just 10 seconds to go in this round. Rose is proving that he's here to fight. Just look at the punch stats. Here we go. Round 2 is underway. Oh, and he's got something for him himself, and it's a left hand. Comes right back at him with a left hand. You know, boxing is a global sport. I think sometimes in North America we lose touch of that, but boxing is such a global sport, and every little region of the country defines its fighters differently, and the fighters are defined by where they come from.
Yeah, it really is. You know, sometimes if a fighter is from maybe a place where there's not many resources, then you're going to get a fighter who's a little cruder, and he's going to have to be more physical because, you know, he doesn't have the apparatuses in the gym where, you know, he can hit a double end ball or, you know, he can be inclined to be a little bit more technical. And I think that you're influenced by those kind of things, by the lackings of certain benefits in somebody's background or preparation.
Keep working the jab.
Rose has now got to deal with Schmeling. Good return fire that time.
Come on.
Wow, is he defensively sound. What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Rose. Rose's last round didn't go the way he wants, not with that swelling that we see.
Let's work on that swelling.
And round number 3 is underway. Gets rid of that effort. Takes one, gives one. The right hand scores well. Well off the mark by Rose. He missed with that headshot. He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by Rhodes. Last 10 seconds of round number 3. And that's the end of round 3. Rose is going to really regret when he hears the scorecards read because he lost that last round just based on defensive laziness.
Well, you can always make comparisons, analogies. You watch a basketball game, you say, you know what, this team, Joe, is losing because they're not rebounding. They're not boxing out underneath the boards. Well, guess what? They weren't taught how to do that. You have to know how to do that. He's not going to start showing you defense if he doesn't know how. He does not know how. He has not been taught.
They trade shots. He comes back with a right hand. Well-placed right hands from both men. Oh, he took some damage, but he gave some back with the right hand. What guts it takes, what commitment it takes to keep up with this kind of a pace. The action's been non-stop.
Now, the one thing I can tell you is this is where you don't worry about pace. You don't think about pace. Otherwise, you could not be doing what these guys are doing. They're just going round to round.
90 seconds to go here in this round. Good clean shot, returning fire. Well done by Rhodes.
He worked in the
one to give one. He comes back with a right hand.
Beat him to the punch.
So swiftly able to turn defense into offense. Nice counter punch.
And what you're noticing here is his opponent is starting to be a little wary of letting his jab go, because every time he jabs, he gets caught.
Took a shot, now he gives a left. Rose has got to find a way to take what he just did in that last round and keep that kind of energy moving forward here, because I do believe he's ahead on the scorecards in a close fight. Very close fight.
Yeah, I see it about the same way, but you just said it. It's very important that his corner people now don't really tell him that he's ahead. I think they let him think that if he's not behind, it's a dead even fight, and keep pushing right there. Stay responsible, stay within yourself, but keep pushing.
What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Rhodes. Well, you gotta love being his opponent, right? You come into a fight like this tonight, you're so worried about getting off your punches, landing accurate punches. Well, here it is. Not gonna move the head at all. Come and get it.
No, you just have to worry about you don't hurt your hands. You better hope that you wrap them real good, because you're banging that nugget all night long.
Right on the mark, both guys with the hook. Rose is doing a good job of putting his punches together. His opponent's got to be wondering, how do I stop this?
Well, right now, you made a good point there, because right now his opponent is wondering too much. You know, he's just busy blocking the punches, wondering about the combinations. He's not getting off.
This is why we love the sport, Teddy. I mean, this is just back and forth action nonstop.
Well, Joe, when special events have happened in history, you remember where you are. Right now, I'm going to remember where I was during this fight. I'm watching a special epic right in front of me.
Glad to be here doing it, too. What a war this is. Back at him with a left hand. Teddy, making predictions in boxing is often a dangerous task, but I'll make one right here that seems pretty obvious to me as we come to the end of that round here. This fight is going to be a brutal display as long as it lasts.
It's kind of like going and watching that home run contest. Nobody's trying to hit singles or doubles. You know they're all going for the fences.
Don't stand in front of him. Almost done. You had in that round. You're in control. Next round, let's keep busy.
Here we are getting ready for the second half of this fight as we've reached the 6th round. Oh, and he's got something for himself, and it's a left hand. Well, I don't know if he's hip to the idea of becoming a counter-puncher, but I get the sense you'd agree with it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's got the perfect platform, the perfect form for it. The guy's walking in right now, not moving his head much. He can time him, he can counter him.
Nice block that time. It was intended to the head.
Keep your hands up.
And now they're trading blows. Able to dismiss that body shot. A minute to go in what has been a memorable round. Great stuff from these two. there on the punch by Rhodes. Rhodes is doing well sticking to a game plan on the outside. Teddy, is it possible that he didn't respect this fighter coming into the fight? Now, I know a lot of people would say, yeah, he's ahead on the scorecards, but you can just see the style of fight that this is, bad. He's being tested.
Yeah, I think it's a combination of two things. This guy being better than his record would indicate, and what you touched on, that he's a human being like anybody else. We look at the guy's record, we think of what kind of fight it's going to be. He looked at it, he thought it was going to be a little easier than it's turning out.
To land that upstairs and was off the mark. Oh, he just misses with that headshot. Rose is coming up with the answers, avoiding that punch. He's really feeling it right now. I mean, those body punches have been taking their toll on him for a while.
Yeah, they have. And that's the key, the word you just said, a while. It didn't just start this round. Early on in the fight it started, and it accumulated. It's wearing them down. That's what body punches do to you. They wear you down.
No, he missed that right. Wow, just sit back and enjoy this one. You can tell both guys are so... Oh! Rose is almost out of it there. He was stunned. The Natural's back in his corner after that last round comes to an end. A round that I think he won, and we haven't said that about previous rounds, but that one clearly I think he won.
Yeah, he made some adjustments. You know, his attitude is a little bit better, he's more aggressive. But, you know, you could be more aggressive and you can lose the rounds even bigger because now you're walking into more punches. He's making adjustments. He's starting to move his head a little bit. He's starting to pick up certain opportunities from counters. He's starting to look like a smarter fighter now.
Frustrating his opponent with great defense. And just as we anticipated, toe-to-toe right from the start.
No introductions necessary.
Rose is cracked by a right hand. "90 seconds to go, halfway through round 8. Good looking counter punch. How is he taking these kind of shots and just dismissing them? What a chin on this guy.
Yeah, well, what a neck on him. Look at that neck. I mean, it's about 19 inches. That is the shock absorber. But the rest of it is he's seeing it. He has good vision. He sees the shots coming, and he's making up his mind they're not taking him anywhere.
What impact with that uppercut by Rhodes. Rose looking really good after that round. Teddy, I think it's a good fight. I think it's a close fight, but I believe it's a fight that he's winning.
Yeah, it's the kind of fight, though, that you can't afford to let up at all, or do what you just said. Think that you're winning. He can't really think that way. He's got to think that he's got to take one round at a time. The rest of the rounds, he's got to win each one of them.
You're making it hard for us to get
And we are back underway. Another round in a fight that's been very entertaining, but I wouldn't want to be a judge. This is one of those fights that could go either way. He missed with that head shot. Legs look shaky. He was hurt. Didn't get it done going to the body there. Rose has got to conserve his energy a bit here. He just does not look like a fresh fighter right now.
Yeah, you're starting to wonder right now what kind of conditioning program he had. And right now his opponent is saying, hey, I'm going to jump on him. I'm going to find out right now whether or not he did all the road work he needed to.
Oh, he took some damage, but he gave some back with the right hand. Great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Rose. Here's one for you now, he says. Right back with the left hand. What a good war this has been. What a good, solid fight it's been. The kind of fight that tells me somebody wants to get rid of the other guy.
It almost looks like they made a deal where neither one could win by decision. Where if they didn't win by knockout, it doesn't count.
And now they start round number 10. Rose's corner is probably wondering what effect the last round is going to have as we start this round. Remember, he was stunned in that last round.
Yeah, he was stunned. He's got to behave like a pro, like a real fighter now. He's got to be able to have a short memory, put that aside, and go out there now and pick up the same way as he had in his mind when he came to this arena.
Oh! Rose is in a bad spot right now. He's been stunned. Oh, he's in bad shape here. He's stunned and he's wobbly.
The only thing he has going for him is he's not a fighter that uses his legs anyway, and you can't use him right now. He's a guy that likes to move his head. He's got to start doing that. Try to cement those feet down the best he can and get some head movement.
Teddy, he went from being on the edge of the cliff to now climbing back up the mountain.
Well, you know, that's where you'd want to know if a guy recovers fast. Obviously, he has the capacity to recover very quickly.
He returns the favor with a right hand of his own. That is my favorite punch there is. A forceful uppercut by Rose. A minute to go in what has been 2 minutes of sensational action. Neither man coming off stride. top, but off the mark there. This is great stuff. I mean, great stuff. Bringing it every which way they are.
Joe, you remember the time you were on a vacation, you saw that perfect sunset?
Oh, yeah.
It was just beautiful. This is beautiful.
Comes back with an overhand right. Well, that wraps it up. Now, let's send it up to our ring announcer for the decision.
Your winner, the Natural.
The Natural's your winner. 2 judges overcoming the one who saw it a draw.
Just not much to separate these two all night long.
So a majority decision goes in his favor. For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. That does it ringside. We'll see you next time at the fights.